Welcome back to another episode of My RC Life. Today, we're tearing into the rally car and we're going to rebuild the Hobbywing motor. Alright guys, so it's the morning after the sand pit shenanigans, and I had broke a bearing in the X-Max. I got that fixed. Broke a drive shaft in the Rustler. Got that fixed. Well, the Rally was the only car that was left running at the end of the day, but I did hear it do something a little funny. It felt like tight, but then it broke free and I drove it up to the car, but just something didn't sound right. So that's why I kind of cut the run short. Actually, I didn't even put that part in the video. But anyhow, so this morning I get in here and I start turning the back set of the rear set of tires backwards, and the front set were moving forward. And no, it wasn't something like this, or like, oh, this one won't even do it that well because it's got really, but it wasn't like where you spin one forward and the other one will go backwards. It wasn't like that. I thought maybe there was something wrong with my center diff, so I tore it out, and hey, it looks all good. It's working as it should. If you spin this clockwise, this side should spin counterclockwise, and it's doing just that. Only thing I see on this is it is wearing a little bit on the plastic gear they provided, but I've never even tried some of the other ones it came with. And if there was something wrong with it, I do have another one on the shelf. I was going to put that in the Rustler, but I like the Robinson Racing Gen 3 slipper clutch I have on that. That's a pretty nice setup. It looks like I'm running the 50 tooth. And we got a 52 and a 54. So it looks like I went for the fastest speed I could. And I'll tell you what, it's pretty quick. And I think the spur gear, or the pinion gear I'm running, is an 18. So, what it come down to was, you hear that? I don't know what's going on, but something's going on with this motor. It don't smell hot. I did hear it squeal once in the video, and it struggled, and it felt tight, and I ran it about 10 more seconds after that, and I stopped. And I tried it after I let it cool for a minute. It still ran. It still runs now even. But yeah, we're going to tear this open, see what's going on. Need to clean this freaking bench, but I've just been having so much fun. Just been fixing and going right back out. Now, looks like the only screws we got are right here. So let's go ahead and take these out. If they don't feel like they want to come, just be real careful. Hit them with some penetrating oil. And just be careful with them. Find the exact right size fittings, the exact right fitting screwdriver. Because you know, some fit different than others. And they'll bite a little bit better than the next size, smaller or bigger. Okay, third screw.
Oh, great. Now he clams up. What was he going to make me do? Ask him?
Okay, now I just got a precision screwdriver. Now be careful when you're getting in here. You don't want to damage anything. On a side note, does anyone know what television program is on in the background? If you do, leave the answer in the comments. It almost feels like something seized up on the shaft, because this cap ain't wanting to come out completely straight, I'm noticing. Okay, let's see if it spins any easier. Nope, it sure don't. Alright, now let's pop this rotor. Ooh, she's coming out hard, boy. Are them bushings right there? Okay, these are the spacer bushings, I do believe. Take them out so we don't lose them. Now we should be able to push this rotor out, but ooh, it's coming hard. It might just need a good cleaning, guys. It's hard to say, but it could very well be the situation. I almost got it out, but I got tight again. I'm gonna open this vise up so it's wider than this part here. And then I'm just going to tap that very lightly with something. All right, we're going to take this old axle shaft here. Okay, it's starting to go. There she goes. It just had a tight spot. Okay. Oh, crap. Yeah, the winding's starting to come apart in there, it looks like. Shoot. Oh, wait. Wait. Maybe not. This may just be some epoxy or something that got up in there and got caught. The winding does look to be intact. I see a few little spots on this black wire right at the beginning. You can kind of see it right there. It's starting to come apart right there, that very farthest to the right one. But it's only like 2 strands of wire, so I think if we can get it cleaned out and back together, it might be all right. Alright, so I got it all cleaned out there. Oh, this shaft just happens to be the same size as the inner bearing. I'm going to turn that. That bearing's getting kind of bad. Let's check this one. They're both kind of bad. I wonder if I have a bearing that same size. Let's open her up and find out. Well, won't you look at that? I can rebuild this motor right now. Both sides, probably. Yep. I can rebuild this motor. So let's go ahead and rebuild it. Now, a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people. The undereducated person may have kept trying to force it. Like, what's wrong with this? Vroom, vroom, vroom. And blew out the motor or ESC and probably just replaced it. Or maybe they did stop and figured out this motor was tight and they just bought a new motor, kept the ESC. But if you're really mechanically inclined and you're not afraid to tear into stuff, you can do this stuff and save yourself a lot of money in the process. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting new motors. I love to get a new motor, especially a great big one that you're excited to throw in something or whatever. But, I mean, why not try to save the ones you got as well, you know? All right, let's get to rebuilding this sucker. Okay, so I went through my old bearing box. I happened to find a couple new bearings because these ones aren't out, but they're kind of loud and proud. See the slop on that one? That one sounds exceptionally bad. That's probably the worst of the two. So, yeah. You'll be surprised how many of your bearings from other things will fit, like motors and different brand of RCs. It's kind of amazing. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pop these bearings out. I'm going to do the same thing. Leave my vise here spaced only so much so I can pound that bearing out. I'm going to use an old brass connector here. All right, got that one out. And I mean, it wasn't gone, but it wasn't awesome. It was pretty sharp. Okay, now let's go for getting this one out. Oh yeah. Did you hear that? That one was going to be going soon. This is probably what made the rotor shift far enough to the side, and it peeled some crap off the ends of the motor and stuff. Just because that little bit of slop in that bearing. I don't know if I should take this front portion of this motor off to look at stuff, or just put the bearing in. I think I'm just going to try to put the bearing in. Maybe if I put the screwdriver up through it like this, and I can put the bearing on it. Oh, it's magnetic. Okay, here we go. It's sitting in place kind of. It's a little crooked, but I'm going to try to straighten it out with something. All right, that looks pretty good. Oh, damn it. All right, now I'm hoping this rotor will slide right back in. Let's see how good it fits in this bearing. A little tight. So what I'm going to do right from the get-go, I'm going to grab a little finer file and just roll off any burrs that may be on the end of this shaft or the pinion gear bolts on. Okay, let's see. Alright, got that in. Now when you put that in, if you try to spin it right now, it's still going to feel tight because this rotor's magnetic and it's going to go to this side or that side. Once you got the bearing in, it'll be centered and it'll spin freely. Should spin freely. Alright, set this guy on. Take our second new bearing. I did see that there's a little tiny bit of crud in there. Let's go ahead and get that out. Okay. That looks better. Now let's get our bearing pressed in there or seated in there or whatever you want to call it. Alright, fully seated. Hopefully I'll get this in and the motor will spin freely. Otherwise, it's probably shot. The winding or something might be tore up or whatever. Alright, here we go. Oh, hell yeah, guys! That's what I wanted to see. Yes! I didn't think I was going to be able to take the Rally back out with me today. Only the X-Max and the Rustler, but the Rally has also made a resurrection. She had too much fun out there. She don't want to be left out. And I know it probably seems like a lot of work to get that thing all back together. Oh, it's split in pieces and blah, blah, blah. But watch how easy this damn thing actually goes together. It's quite amazing, really. I'm putting the end bell back on the motor, and I start to put the front back on, and then I realize I forgot to put the bushings in the backside. So I take the back off, show you the bushings I forgot, shove them back in there, put it back together, and start assembling the front of the motor. Now I'm getting all the mounting hardware, putting that center diff in, putting the rear end on, bolting everything down. Just that quick and easy. Now I'm just figuring out which way I want the wires pointed. So I got to clock the motor, back to the left or back to the right. I'm just figuring out where I want it to sit right now. And then I'm setting my gear mesh and we're done. All right, this wire here was rubbing on the dry shaft, so I put a little bit of this tinfoil tape on there, and then I notice the ESC wire is also rubbing, like big time. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this ESC, these wires down lower than where the dry shaft comes, and then tuck them. This is not a professional job, obviously. Let the hate comments roll in. I could put my own hate comments on myself. You treat this Rally like crap. You should really spend a little time and fix it up. I don't know what a good hate comment would be. There. But now, if I do it like that, I'll move the camera here in a second. When I push this down, so the wire is actually below the level of this dry shaft. See the wire, if it comes all the way up through here, it touches the dry shaft, but it comes down through here, then goes in that way and through here. But I want to put some tape or something over this as well, or maybe even a big dab of hot glue just to hold that down. Glue gun's warmed up. Oh yeah, the mail lady just came. Ooh, wonder what's in here. There, now that ought to hold them wires down there below the dry shaft, and then it comes through here at a lower level than the dry shaft, so it shouldn't hit anymore. I think that's all for now. Now let's go get these things out in the frickin' sand. Let's go bash these suckers. I'm Traxxas Mike for My RC Life, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching another episode of My RC Life. If you haven't subscribed, do that now. And don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Thanks a lot, guys.